So what outreach method do I use to book 3 to 5 meetings per day for my agency? To give you guys some context, before I used this method, I was 17 when I first started my first SMMA. And for around a year, I was struggling to book in any calls with clients. And the only replies that I would get every single day after putting in work every single day to try to get calls booked in was just take me off your email list or stop messaging me. That's the only replies that I got. And I signed a couple of clients, and the only clients that I did sign were extremely low quality, and they were only paying me around $500 per month, and they ended up leaving after a couple of months. And as soon as I stopped watching any YouTube videos from gurus and I stopped using any of their methods, and I found this method I'm going to show you in this video, my outreach was completely automated from day one. So I actually did no work myself when it comes to the outreach. And on the 5th week, I had 5 calls booked in, and I closed all of those 5 clients, and they were all a 5 to 10K per month retainer. So I literally went from 0 to 25K per month in revenue in that 1 week. And then on this, within 6 months of starting using this method with my agency, I was at over 50K per month in profit. And just so you guys can see some proof, here's a recent monthly revenue screenshot from my agency. And also as well, here's some screenshots of my retainer payments that I get through Stripe in my agency. And also as well, here's some of the clients that I work with as well. So obviously you can see here, some of these companies are very, very big companies, multiple 8-figure, 9-figure, 10-figure companies. And the reason as to why I've signed these clients have all been because of the method that I'm going to show you in this video. This has been the reason as to why I closed all of these clients. And also as well, a really important point is that I didn't use any case studies. I didn't actually have any. I didn't use any case studies, results, or testimonials to close any of these clients. It was all just because of this method. And also as well, just so you guys know, this method didn't just work for me. So after I did it for myself, I showed it to quite a few other guys and showed them how they could do it for themselves too. And here's a few examples of those guys. So the first guy is Adam. He closed a 20K upfront client using this method I'm going to show you in 3 weeks. And he closed this client in the info product space. And the second one, a guy called Owen, a 20-year-old complete beginner, he booked in a call with a multiple 7-figure per month ecom brand in literally the 3rd or 4th day of him doing his outreach. And another guy called Amir, again, complete beginner, 19-year-old guy, he closed a massive multi-8-figure ecom brand that sponsors the UFC for 5K per month and a 15% rev share on his 3rd week of using this method. And a guy called Tobias closed a 5K per month client in 2 weeks. So you guys know that this actually works. So first off, I want to make sure you guys know what methods don't work. The first one is cold calling. So cold calling just will never work. So stop doing it in a hole. Just don't do it anymore. It's way too salesy, and you'll never actually get into contact with a founder or a CEO of a multiple 7-figure company. And it's also not scalable, meaning that you have to do the work every single day to make calls. Second thing is mass cold email. I've literally seen guys put out 20 or 30,000 emails in a month, and they get no replies whatsoever. So it's too salesy, and you'll never actually attract or appeal to the direct kind of client you want to sign on. They'll never actually reply to you. The third one is personal brand. Now I see a lot of guys trying to build a personal brand on Instagram and whatever else to try to sign clients. It will just never work. It's way too much effort in terms of what you're going to get back from it. And also as well, you're not going to generate any leads for months. Maybe in 2-3 years, if you really put your effort into it, it may work, but definitely not in the beginning stages. And also ads. Ads it's a complete waste of time. I've never run ads for my agency, never needed to. It's a massive investment. You need literally thousands of dollars to even get a chance of booking in a call. And you need case studies to show. You need to show results or case studies to actually get a call booked in. And you're never actually going to attract a high quality lead, because the truth is that, think about it common sense wise, why would a founder or a CEO of a multiple 7-figure company, why would they be looking at your ads? Why would they be watching your content? It just would never work. It just never happens. So then what does work if all these things don't work? What does work is a method called the warm loom method. Now, the key aspects of this method as to why it actually does work. First thing is that you come across as approachable, authentic, and genuine, which is extremely important when it comes to appealing to and attracting massive company owners. Second thing is you give value before you ask them for anything, pretty much. A lot of guys make the mistake of pitching the call on the first message, and this method does not do that. And the third thing is that you come across as an expert in your space, not an agency trying to sign them on as a client. That's also a massive mistake that people make. They try to come across like an agency. They say, we can do this, we can do that. But big brand, big company owners or big brand owners, big whatever company you want to go for, these guys don't want to work with an agency. They don't want to, at least in the outreach stage, they don't want to see that you're an agency. They want to see that you're a person that they can trust, that they actually want to, talk to in a personal level. So obviously, what does this lead to? All these 3 things. The first thing is you attract and appeal to the highest quality of clients in any niche that you want to work with without needing any case studies or testimonials. Second thing is that you get consistent calls booked in every single week if you have the system set up properly. And the third thing is there's absolutely minimal effort that you put in yourself but you actually get better results than any other method. And the reason as to why I know that is because I tried every single method when I was starting out. And this is the method that actually got me to where I am today, in every sense, especially when it comes to the revenue that I make with my agency. So let's go through the exact process that I use to sign all of my clients that you saw before, and also a lot of other ones. And obviously this is the exact method that I use to get to where I am today with my agency. So step one is Instagram outreach. So the first touch point is on Instagram. Now, why is that the case? Because Instagram is the easiest platform to reach out to, especially e-com brands, but also info product owners and SaaS companies as well, whilst being easy to scale up the volume of outreach, meaning you can scale up the number of leads you're reaching out to per day. And also second as well, is the easiest to build the most trust on the first touch point, meaning that it's the platform where on the first touch point, the first message, you can build up the most amount of trust for them to actually go through and reply to you or do your CTA, your call to action. So the setup that I used looked like this. So I bought maybe like 5 to 10 aged accounts from a guy, very, very cheap, $10 per account, maybe even less than that. And I fully optimized them to look on first glance. If you looked at the profile, clicked on it, it looked like I was a real expert in the e-com space. So for example, what I would do is I'd create real content, like high quality real content, and obviously with the captions and stuff. I'd make the bio look good. I'd have the link in bio as my website. I'd buy at least 1K followers for the account, and I'd also make sure the profile picture and just the whole profile itself just looked good. So if you looked at it at first glance, or a lead looked at it at first glance, they would think it's worth replying to this person because the content, the quality, the content, everything just looked like really professional and really good. And the second thing as well, which is really important, which is the reason as to why I didn't need to put any work into my outreaching actually to sign any of my clients, is because I hired a virtual assistant that I trained on how to source leads and then message them with these IG accounts that I set up. And obviously they're from the Philippines, so their salary was around $300 per month, so I didn't actually need to have much money that I invested in them. And actually, I closed the client before I needed to pay them for the first time, because I paid them after 30 days of them working. So why do people, really important to know, why do people actually not ever get replies through Instagram outreach? Because you may have tried it before, you may have heard of other people trying it before. Why does it not work for other people? The first thing is that your profile probably isn't fully optimized, and you don't look like a genuine expert in the space that you want to be in on first glance. So you may have just no good content on your profile, you may just have no followers, you may just have nothing at all that makes you look like an expert. So therefore, why would a brand reply to you? Use common sense. Why would somebody click on your account and think, okay, this person's worth replying to? So you have to make your account look optimized and look like a professional expert in your space. Second thing is that you're only probably using 1 or 2 accounts. And the problem that happens here, if you're only using 1 or 2 accounts, is that you get put into spam. And if you get put into spam, and the way that happens is because you're messaging too many people on one account. So that's the reason as to why I have 5 to 10 accounts, is because it splits up the volume across all the accounts. So it makes sure that I message no more than maybe like 15, 20 leads per account per day. So that what happens then is I don't risk getting put into spam, and I actually get into the inbox of all the leads that I reach out to. And the third thing is that the message you're sending is too salesy. You're trying to pitch the call on the first touch point. You're trying to be too salesy, using like a copywriting method, a copywriting technique. And that is one of the main reasons as to why you won't get replies. And obviously I'll go through an example of a message that I send in a minute. And the last thing is that you lack consistency in the volume of outreach you're doing, in the new leads you're reaching out to per day. So that's one of the main reasons as to why I trained a virtual assistant to do it for me, so that their whole job pretty much is to make sure that the number of leads we reach out to per day is kept consistent. So I used to hit at least around 50 per day, all the way up to 100 per day, obviously split across the accounts. So that meant that I was reaching out to a good number of leads per day, to where it was the consistency in terms of the calls equal to around 3 to 5 calls per day. Also quickly, if you want to access the free course that I spent the last few months building, where I go through in so much detail how I built and scaled my own growth partner agency, which is the agency that I run, from 0 to over 50K per month profit within 6 months as a complete beginner, as well as the chance for the guys that watch this video, I'm going to give you the opportunity to book in a one-on-one call with me on Zoom, so you can ask me any questions you have, and I'll show you anything that I do to make sure you have the same transformation that I did and the same growth that I did. Then go ahead right now, click the link in the description and join my free community, and you can access all this stuff. You can access the free course, and also as well the link to actually book that call in with me. And like I said, it's completely for free. So go ahead right now, the link is in the description. Click that button, go ahead, sign up, and I'll see you in there. So let's go through the IG outreach process that I use to sign all of my clients. So obviously an important thing to know is that my VA did all of this for me, but of course you can do it yourself. I'd recommend you get a VA to do it for you, but if you don't have the cash for it yet, then you can do it yourself. So the first thing that you do is you find leads on Google by searching things like, for example, I want to find clients in the supplement space. So I would search up, for example, the best energy supplements in the US, or the best gut health supplements in the US, or the best brain health supplements in the US. So for example, no matter what niche you're in or what industry you want to work in, you just search up whatever, think of a search term that a customer would use to find brands like that or find products like that, and just search them up on Google. Then from there, what you'll find is you'll have a list of websites. Most likely there'll be review websites or forums. Click on one of them that looks good. Then from there, you'll probably have a list of products or brands that you can look at. And when you find one of them that looks good, one example of a product or lead that looks good, then from there, go onto their Instagram account. And what you can do is you can click the suggested tab, suggested little button there, and it will bring up loads of other accounts that are pretty much in the same niche. So you can find one lead, and then from that one lead, find 5 or 10 more leads. So make things a lot easier. And after you find the good lead, then you go with the optimized outreach accounts that you've built, you then send the lead the first message. And the first message, the first touch point, the whole goal of it is to convert the lead from a cold lead to a warm lead. And you do this by asking in the message for their email. So you can send over a Loom video that has actionable advice or good advice that their marketing team should use. And obviously this is aligned with what it is you're offering. So for example, when it comes to what message I would send, at some point in the message, towards the end of the message, I would say, I made a quick Loom video for you guys where I gave a lot of actionable insights into how myself and my team scale our ecom brands utilizing UGC creatives and TikTok growth frameworks. Which email is the best to shoot the link over to so that it reaches the CEO or the CMO? Now, you see how the way I've written this is in a way where it gets them to just think that I'm just genuinely going to give them advice, not trying to sell them on anything. And I obviously ask them for the best email address so that it reaches the right person. And when you send these kind of messages, this is the kind of replies that you get. So this is, for example, a screenshot of what my VA sends me at the end of every single day. Obviously, it's them doing the messaging for me. So she sends me a report at the end of every single day, showing me what she's done. So she sends me how many messages she sent, follows up she sent, all that kind of stuff. And when it comes to the replies, you can see here how we get these kind of replies. So they say, hello, please email this, please send the proposal to the founder, blah, blah, blah. The idea of why you send that very simple CTA is because it doesn't you don't need them to reply with their thoughts or what they think about it or how they feel about what it is you're proposing. All they need to send back to you is just the email address. And so it keeps it very, very simple for you to get replies from massive, massive brands. And obviously then you go into the second step, which is the value loom. So when you get their reply from Instagram with their email address, you then send them over the value loom. Now, what is a value loom? It's a very important thing to actually realize. It's a Loom video, obviously kind of like this what you're watching right now, where you're recording yourself, your face, and also you're kind of screen sharing as well. So you're going over a presentation that shows the lead your expertise and gives them actionable advice, like genuinely good advice. That's obviously, like I said, aligned with what you're offering them, leading them to booking a call with you at the end of the video. Now, the structure of this Loom video, when you build the presentation, is it should be around 5 to 7 minutes long maximum, no longer than that. The first thing you do is introduce yourself. The second thing you do is you show examples of what they should be doing. In my case, I would show different examples of ad creatives and content for TikTok. It could be whatever, it depends on what you're offering. If you're not offering content, you can show something else as well. The third thing is you give them actionable advice on the strategies and frameworks that they should be using. Obviously, this is kind of showing off what you do for your clients and what you will be doing for your clients. And the last thing you do at the end of the video is you have a call to action, getting the lead to book in a call with you so you can give them more detailed advice over a call. And obviously you have the button in the corner of the video on Loom, which is something that you can do, which then that button should be going to your Calendly, which obviously then they can book in a call. And obviously the goal of this Loom is first to get the lead to think that you're an expert, if that's worth jumping on call with, and second to actually get that lead to book in a call with you. And also an important thing to realize as well is that you don't have to film Looms for every single lead. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, which kind of takes them away from actually doing this method. But the truth is that you can just have one perfect Loom that you filmed, and you can duplicate that same Loom and just change the name of it for every single lead that you reach out to. So that's why, for example, for me, I never did anything to do with outreach in terms of work, because I just filmed one Loom at the start, and then from there, it was just a case of that, my VA would just duplicate that same Loom, change the name of the title of the Loom, and then it looked personalized for that specific lead. Obviously, you have to make sure that you're not, your script has to be kind of written in a way where it sounds like it's personalized, but you just never say the name of the lead. And that's what makes them feel like it's personalized for them. And obviously, like I said, that removes the need for you to film Looms every single day, which is obviously a very tiring process, which nobody wants to do. And this is kind of how you get around that. Now, step 3 is the automatic email follow-up. So after I send them the Loom, they either book in a call with me or through the button in the Loom in the top corner, or I have email sequences set up on Instantly. Instantly is the platform that I use, the software that I use to send emails. It's the easiest one to use, so I'd recommend it. The first sequence that I have is one that's called watch the loom sequence. So pretty much the whole goal of this is to get the lead to actually watch the loom, because you can't really just rely on sending the loom once and then hoping that they watch the loom and then booking a call. You have to first make sure they actually watch it, and then second, make sure they actually booking a call. So with this email sequence, I have 10 steps or 10 emails, and within each email, I have a 2 to 5 day delay in between each email. So I make sure that I'm not just spamming them. And the second thing is that it's every single email is reminding the lead that you connected already on Instagram, that warms them up and makes them more likely to reply to you. And second is you're sending them across the loom with whatever advice you gave them. So for example, for me, I would tell them again that it's advice around TikTok growth and UGC creatives. And you keep repeating that over and over again. And the second sequence is called the appointment setting sequence. So obviously the whole goal of this is to get the lead to actually book in a call with you. So after you've seen that they've watched the loom, you get notification back from them that they've watched it. After you see that, then you put them into the second sequence, which is the appointment setting one. And in the sequence, you have 14 steps or 14 emails. And you, again, have a 2 to 5 day delay in between each email, so you're not spamming them. And also as well, of course, you're reminding them every single time in each email that you'd be happy to jump on call with them to help their team out in a lot more detail. You're not trying to sell them, you're not trying to pitch your services or pitch a guarantee. No guarantees, no offers, nothing like that. No, we can help your brand scale 7 figures. Never say anything like that at all. Be very genuine. Write the emails as if you're genuinely just writing them in a normal way, with no kind of like idea or trying to think about how am I doing it in a copywriting sense. Am I kind of overthink it? Am I trying to be salesy and direct? Just stop all of that. Just write your emails in a very, very genuine way, as if you're genuinely trying to connect with that person on the other end of that email. That is the key as to why my emails work so well. And obviously from either one of the follow-ups, you'll probably get a call booked in, either from the loom or from one of the follow-ups. And this is an example of obviously get a call getting booked in through your Calendly. And obviously as well, you could also just get replies to your emails. So here's a few examples of people replying to my team's emails. Obviously the reason as to why it's not my name is because of one of my team members. So for example, some guy asking here, would you be interested in exploring working with us? They're actually asking me, do I want to work with them? This was like a massive brand that we signed. Another one here saying, thanks for reaching out. So the idea of the way that you do the loom and you write your messages is that they'll be thankful for you reaching out to them. They won't just be like, okay, I'm interested to see more. They'll genuinely be thankful and grateful for the fact that you helped them out with these emails and with this loom. Here another guy as well, we'll bite in your email, please schedule a time. So that you'll either get a booked call or you'll get a reply through your email. And obviously just then you'll go ahead and just reply to them, have a conversation and get them to book in a call with you through Calendly. And obviously for context as well, just so you guys know, I run a growth partner agency that partners with e-commerce brands and helps them scale through TikTok. And obviously what we do for them then is we utilize UGC ad creatives, paid ads, and affiliate creators as part of our service, what we do for brands. And also as well, here's some of the clients that we work with. Like I told you before, some massive clients, massive companies, both brands and SaaS companies that we've worked with. And like I said, I signed all of them with this outreach method, nothing else. I didn't use any other special method. I used this outreach method only, and I also had no case studies to show, no results to show, no testimonials to show. I just did this method properly, set up the system properly, so my VA was applying the right volume through the system every single day. And then, within 5 weeks, I had my 5 clients close, and within 6 months, I was well over 50K per month in profit with my agency. Like I said, guys, if you want to get access to the free course I built, obviously I can't go through too much in this video, but I have gone through everything in extreme detail, like every step of the process that I went through to build and scale my growth partner agency to 50K per month in 6 months as a beginner when I first started out. And obviously, like I said, I want to give you guys the opportunity to actually book in a one-on-one Zoom call with me, so you can ask me any questions you have, depending on if you want to start an agency or you already have an agency, and you want to ask me questions about how to scale it up or how to start your own one, based off my experience. Like I said, go ahead and click the link in the description. Click that button right now as you're watching this video, open it on a new tab, just enter your details, join the free community, and you'll have access to all this stuff completely for free. So guys, let me know how you found this video below. Let me know if you've used this method in the past, and let me know how you get on. I'm really excited to see how you guys get on with this method, as I'm sure all of you will 100% do well with this method. Let me know in the comments how you found this video, if you found it valuable, and definitely go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be posting as many videos as I can, probably two or three times a week, giving as much value as I possibly can. It's a big passion for me to kind of help you guys out, give you guys the same transformation that I had, because honestly for me, when I first started, I found nobody that was making videos like this. They were all like very salesy videos, very just like, NPC videos that were just like showing you the stuff that's already been done for the last 5-6 years. But these videos I want to put out for you guys is what's genuinely working for me now, and people would usually charge thousands of dollars for this stuff. So guys, much love. I will see you in the next video. So make sure you subscribe just now, and also inside the free community on the free call that you book with me. Much love.